And we're live.
We're live. We're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Awesome. Well, hello and welcome everyone to Business Time Hacks with IFT. Today, we're going to be showing you the new AI services on IFT and how you can use them to save time and accomplish more for your business. My name is Ben. I'll be your host, and I'll be joining you all from Oakland, California today. Fun fact about Oakland is Bruce Lee founded his first martial arts studio here. And joining me is your other host, my colleague and best friend, Trip Stanford from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Let's go. Wait, you want to know a fun fact of Chattanooga that you told me about Oakland?
Yeah, I was teeing you up for it.
Yeah, so Chattanooga, little known, no one knows about this unless you live here, but is the birthplace of Samuel L. Jackson. Huh?
Nice.
It's
that's pretty cool.
The most famous person that's come out of Chattanooga.
Yeah,
and everyone. He still has family here, so like every once in a while he'll come back to town, and like the Champies, it's our chicken restaurant, will post on Instagram saying Samuel L. Jackson's here, and then like everyone flocks over to the restaurant. So yeah,
I feel like he'd be a celebrity I'd be like a little intimidated to approach.
Oh, totally.
Right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I still want to see him. I feel like that's like the golden goose. I haven't seen in person yet.
You're gonna run into him at a coffee shop one day.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
All right. Let me see. I'm having trouble controlling these slides here, Trip.
Oh, you're golden.
Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I had my cursor and then I lost it.
Oh, I see it. You're popping up on the left side.
It won't let me leave the. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
cool. Dude. So today's agenda, I briefly want to talk about why we're doing this live stream and kind of who it's designed for. Then Trip and I are going to we're going to show you rather, the 4 new AI services on IFT. And those are the AI Social Creator, the AI Content Creator, the AI Prompt, and the AI Summarizer. We are going to have some time for questions at the end. I also believe that there might be some other folks from IFT that are going to be active in the chats trying to answer questions as we go. So take advantage of that. Don't feel like you have to wait till the end. And then we're also going to be giving away to one lucky guest a free year of IFT Pro Plus, valued at I think about $60. So that's really exciting for one lucky viewer today. And moving on. Oh, actually, yeah. So who is this for? So right now at IFT, our fastest growing user segment might be what you would refer to as, say, like a solopreneur. So think about like a wedding DJ, a podcaster, a candle maker, really talented people that are intent on sharing their talents with the world in the form of a profitable business. Now, these individuals often have families. Sometimes they have day jobs as well. And what IFT does is IFT helps them by connecting and automating the tools that they use every day, which saves them a ton of time that can then be reallocated to focus on the more core activities of the business, what it is they actually love doing, or perhaps spending more time with their family. So the first tool we have today, Trip, I believe this is yours.
Yeah, so it's the AI Content Creator. It basically allows you to write full-on blog posts with IFT AI. And we love it at IFT because we use it every single day. I am the content marketing manager, and my task here is to write a lot of blogs for our website to rank well in organic search. And so I've developed a whole AI team where we can publish a lot of more blogs at a higher velocity and start, ranking for some more niche keywords as fast as possible. And so this is the applet I use every single day. I think I've run it at least 800 times now. But we use ClickUp internally as well. ClickUp's our project management tool. And so how the applet works, if you look there on the right side, it says when a task is created, draft a content draft content on the topic. And I use filter code because I'm using a lot of other ClickUp lists. And the filter code basically just selects the blog list to build that, to add that content to. And then it updates the description of the task inside of our ClickUp instance. And if you click that link right there, we can actually go see how it works. So, yeah.
All right.
All right, so if you drop down to the bottom, you see all these to-do lists, and these are the pieces of content that we're writing every single day at IFT. I created one the other day that we can just kind of show off. It's called How to Play Major League Baseball, and this is just a test piece of content. But let's say you're a baseball coach and you write a whole blog on how to teach kids to play Major League Baseball. You want to have a piece of content that covers that here, right? So if you open up that See More tab, you can kind of see the whole blog itself. But just from that one topic, how to play Major League Baseball, it like built out this full blog. And of course, you don't want to just copy and paste this and add this to your blog because it might not have your brand's tone, your voice. It might not have key calls to action wherever you want them in the blog. But it's just a great way to go from 0 to 1 and conquer what I call the blank page problem, right? So like, you have to write a 1,200, 1,500 word blog to either present some idea for your product or to rank organically for SEO for a specific keyword. This takes you from 0 to 1 and gets you the words on the page. And you can take this and then edit it down, move things around, or just get an idea of how you want the blog to be structured, and then go and do some editing on your own and then publish it on your WordPress blog. So I just love this. This is kind of what we use every single day. So we kind of wanted to share that with you guys and let you guys know how to kind of do it yourself. How do you add IFTTT in your daily workflows for your business?
Yeah, I think this is great. And I actually have helped Trip and his team write some blogs before. And I use this very automation. And I refer to it as, you call it blank page. I refer to it as writer's block. Yeah. And honestly, the information that I get, I end up using maybe 5% of it, but it does kind of help me get started, right? It's okay, this is what I'm writing, right? Yep. This is where I'm starting. This is the framework, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's just a sweet way to kind of add. And I know with IFT, you can add blogs to your Webflow website. You can add blogs to your WordPress website. So there's a way you can automatically write blogs in a scalable manner and then add them to your websites. But as a content writer myself, I always like to review that blog, edit it, and then optimize it for SEO before I publish it on a website. But yeah, it's just a really good way to kind of speed up and save time in your blog writing process.
Awesome. Thank you, Trip. So next up, we have the AI Social Creator. And what you see here are two of my very own social media posts, and they are 100% automated. The one to the left is on LinkedIn, and the way it works is every time ESPN posts a new NFL-related article, IFTTT takes that content and turns it into a professional long-form post on LinkedIn. The one to the right does something very similar with a marketing blog from HubSpot that I really like, and AI takes it. It's a how to build this on IFT. So if you'll bear with me, I've lost my cursor again.
Oh no! Yeah.
Here we go. All right. So to get started and build something like this, you would go to if.com/explore. Start with this create button in the top right. And for our trigger statement, our if this statement, we're going to click add. We're going to search for ESPN News. And here are the available triggers for the ESPN service. I'm going to select college football. And before I do my action statement, then that statement, I'm going to click this little button here in the middle. Call it a button. Maybe it's a button. And I'm going to select query. And I'm going to type in AI social creator. There's a few different options, query options for this service. The one that we want is to generate a social media update for a blog post. We'll leave the title as is. We're going to change the platform from Twitter to LinkedIn. And we're going to get rid of the default for content. Go to add ingredient. And we're simply just going to write entry content. This is the content that we're going to summarize or have summarized for our generated post. For link, we're just going to map that to the ingredient entry URL. And for tone, several different options here. I think anytime you're posting something to LinkedIn, you want to go with a professional tone. And create query. Next, we're going to do our action statement. So we're going to click add next to then that. And of course, I could have this sent directly to LinkedIn. To do that, I would just go to LinkedIn and I would click share and update. However, I'm going to, something that I think is like an important thing to do is just add one extra step and send these to like say Gmail or an SMS or send them to yourself via Slack, somewhere else to just kind of have a quick look over. AI is great. AI is not perfect. So I want to send this to myself in a Gmail email. So I'm going to select send yourself an email. There's my email address. I'm going to change the subject to something like college football post ready for LinkedIn. And then for the body, and this is probably one of the most important parts, and this is why we create the query first. For the body, we're going to erase the default. We're going to click add ingredient. And we're going to hit this little tiny drop down here where it says new post in college football. And we're going to select generate a social media update for a blog post. This is the query that we just created. I'm going to hit this content button. And for attachment URL, again, we want to map that to entry URL and create action. So that's it. That's how easy it is to create what I've shown you in that last slide. I would say that if you find something that you're wanting to post once a week or twice a week, you think about the fact that you have to read the article, find the article, summarize the article, then put it on, LinkedIn. You're saving yourself a good 30 minutes every time you do this. So a couple hours a week. That's a pretty long class.
I didn't know it was going to last this long. But yeah, no, I think it's the goal here is just trying to save time in your social media posts. So you save an hour or two writing your blog, you save 30 minutes posting to social media. That's stuff you all have to do as small businesses. You need to be present on as many social platforms as your audience is on. And then you also need to have a consistent amount of content going out to interact and engage with that audience. And all that takes a lot of time that as small business owners, you don't have. So I think that's the key to our AI, content creator and social creators kind of save time in the process. But so is this the response that you got?
Yeah. So I
cool.
created this yesterday, as a matter of fact, so that we could have something populated and I could show our audience what this would look like.
Cool, killer.
So here's the results in my Gmail account. So the subject again, college football post ready for LinkedIn, and I won't read this whole thing, but it starts out exciting news on the horizon. SMU Mustangs joining the ACC. SMU, a program left behind by a major conference nearly 40 years ago, has finally achieved what it wanted. A spot in the prestigious ACC. So I could simply copy and paste this. I think it's ready to go for LinkedIn. I could, add the appropriate, hashtags, emojis, at people if I want to include them in the conversation right away. So, yeah, that's the AI social creator.
No, I think that's
So
awesome. And the cool part is you can kind of set up a whole workflow where whenever I publish a new blog on my website, then automatically write social posts for Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and then have those ready to go that I can just copy and paste on all those different platforms. So then you kind of have you save, 5 to 10 hours a week of just content production there.
Yeah.
You
I mean, you can basically like build an entire social media marketing team by yourself with this, right? I mean,
oh, for sure. No, I think this is awesome.
So next up, we have the AI prompt service. So where the AI social creator was mainly designed for creating social posts for LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and then the AI content creator serves up long form blog content. The AI prompt service is for anything and everything else. I refer to it as basically it's like ChatGPT on IFT.
Yeah.
The difference being is that you can choose where you ask the question and then where you receive the answer. Might be oversimplifying, but that's kind of the way I look at it, right?
Yeah.
So the example here, my trigger, my prompt, my trigger for this automation is adding a new row to a Google spreadsheet, right? And then the action is to give me my answer via Gmail. So the prompt or the trigger, and just for some context here, I'm not sure if you all can read this, but just for some context, Trip and I are still trying to figure out what we're going to call this live stream. So I suspect that we'll have a new name every week, but that's why I created this prompt. And it says, give me a list of clever names that I could use for a live stream series where two guys show people how to automate things and save you time on repetitive tasks. So that's the prompt. And then within a few seconds, I get my email response. And I won't read all of these, but I do kind of think this is funny. So the subject of the email is IFT AI response. And some of the list that it gives me here is efficiency experts, time-saving titans, automate and dominate, task masters, streamline.
Automate and dominate is probably one of my favorite,
I have a few favorites here. Productivity pioneers, the automation alchemist. That sounds pretty dark, right? That's like a show, I think.
Automation Avengers. That's, I'm down for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the AI prompt service. Yeah.
No, I think this is awesome. It's a cool way basically to blend what ChatGPT is. I mean, you could just log into ChatGPT and like ask all your questions like you ask Google, or you can use the IFT notes service on your phone and then set it up with this IFT prompt. And as the response is like a notification on your phone, mobile device. And then now whenever you have a question, you can just ask the AI prompt, and it's basically like asking ChatGPT to get an answer.
Yeah, I think like if you're running a business or if you're a student, you're writing an essay or something, I don't know, and you've got like the note widget on your phone, which is a service on IFT, by the way, and you can, go throughout your day typing in questions and kind of let those be working in the background and let them populate in a email digest that you get once a day or once a week. I think it's a really useful way to use the prompt service on IFT.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. But yeah, so this is probably the most creative and open-ended AI tool we've got on our website, where like the content creators for writing full blogs or outlines, or the social creators for writing specific social media type posts. This is just super open, and you can allow you to be as creative as possible. So test it out, try it out. Let us know what you think. We'd love to see what you guys automate. So
yeah, awesome. So we'll go now to, I think, our fourth and final AI service on IFT.
Yeah.
I think if I can find my cursor.
Yeah. So as he's transitioning, it's called the AI Summarizer, and you're about to see it pop up.
Oh,
We lost you.
we lost
There
me.
we are. Yeah, but you're.
There we go.
Here we are. Boom. We're golden. So the
We're good at AI, not live streams.
Right. So AI Summarizer is a really cool AI tool on our system where you can basically summarize any content. And this could be, news content like the ESPN news. If you just want to send yourself like Slack messages or daily emails of like your favorite, pieces of news that you want to summarize and digest and understand, but you don't want to spend a whole hour a day reading the news. Or you can summarize notes, and from those notes, you can generate action items. You can just get a full summary of the notes, or you can generate takeaways. So the biggest example that I've got here is like you're in a Zoom meeting with 5 to 10 other people. You're over there taking notes, and it's an hour-long meeting, and then you spend 15 to 30 minutes after the meeting just generating the action items for everybody at the end of the meeting, and then emailing them out to everybody, right? Like all of those, it just takes time. And then it took another 30 minutes to like send those emails to everybody or send those Slack messages to everybody. This is really cool. So this example, it says if new document is added to a drive folder. So you spend an hour in that Zoom meeting writing down notes, and then you file that in a specific drive file, it will generate the takeaways and then send yourself an email. So then all you can do is copy that email and then, or just even forward it to everyone on the team that needs to know like what the general takeaways are for the meeting. And save 30 minutes a day. So yeah, I think this is an awesome if service to summarize all of your large pieces of content.
Yeah, I think that somewhere on this live stream right now, we've got a couple college kids, and they're salivating at the opportunities with something.
Oh, totally. Yeah, let's summarize
Yeah, I'll
English
have one
essay.
person take notes and then disseminate it to everybody immediately, right?
Oh, totally. Be the coolest kid in your college class. Yeah.
You could charge for something like that,
Yeah, it's a small business,
Yep.
So yeah, no, I'll say like I've got a few of these AI Summarizer applets set up for Premier Soccer information. Like I'm in a fantasy league and I'm just trying to get updates on like the most recent information on Premier League soccer, and it just sends it to my Slack channel. And I can kind of just keep up to date without having to like search for it and then read a lot of long blogs. So
yeah, it's good for news. That's another one. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, I think that's it for us. We've got plenty of time for questions. Rip, do we have any questions that we can pull up?
Yeah, so we've been people have been asking questions in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, so well, this is not super relevant to AI, but someone did ask if we have a service for Upwork, and let me see. Yeah, right now we don't have the service maintained for Upwork, and they've built that service, so they need to just dive in and kind of refix their service so that can be up to date for you guys to start using again.
Yeah. Let's reach out to Upwork, get them live again.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we don't have anything else right now. If anybody has any questions about our services, please post them in the chat. And yeah, we'll answer them live if you'd like us to, or send, Ben's email's live on his screen right now. And so you can send him personally an email if you'd like to ask him, or my name's Trip at IFT. And so send me an email and I can answer any questions that you've got, or use the IFT help line. So we've got a great help system built at help.ift.com.
Yeah.
So
I think too, you can always reach out to us, marketing at IFT as well. And that'll go to both Trip and myself.
Oh, here's a good one from Dennis Kennedy. Could I use AI prompt to forward a ChatGPT session to my email? This is a little, I guess, not forewarning, but just a little announcement live on our IFT. So we have a ChatGPT plugin that's live right now that you can go use. You have to be a ChatGPT Plus user to install that plugin, but it allows you to basically interact with all of your IFT services directly in ChatGPT. So, for example, if you have a ChatGPT session, you have a chat right there, or like you've asked it to write a social post or write a blog, that you can say, send this blog to my email. And if you've connected your email service, your Gmail, then it will send it directly to your email using that IFT plugin. But yeah, not sure if you're a ChatGPT user, Plus user, but you have to be a ChatGPT Plus user, and then you can just install that plugin in the plugin section. And it's really cool. Yeah. So we've got a future live stream that will walk you through all the use cases of the ChatGPT plugin in the next couple weeks. So be on the lookout for it. But yeah, it's a really cool plugin. And if you're a user, please go ahead and start using it.
Yeah, Dennis, thank you for helping us make that announcement. That was a perfect tee up for that.
Yeah.
And that live stream will be, yeah, like Trip said, next week or the next couple weeks. We'll be doing the ChatGPT IFT plugin live stream.
Yep. And here's from Peter: how do users access the IFT AI services? So they are all set up as queries, right? So you have to be a Pro Plus subscriber on IFT, but you basically set a trigger like Ben did earlier, and then click that little center plus button and choose which query you want to do, and then add your action afterwards. So we've got those 4 AI tools inside of our IFT applets, and you just use them as queries. Hope that answered your question. Yep.
Yeah, they all work the same way. So you have to set up your trigger first, then your query, then your action, because that query has to be used within the action. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and then here's an off topic. Will any Threads apps be added?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Historically, Threads would be building on our platform. I'm not sure how many people are still using Threads at this moment. I heard there was a big drop off, but our Twitter service is probably one of our most used services on the platform. And I think it would be great to just add Threads to that. So Sammy, I agree with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, Sammy, I think Threads is relatively new. We have looked into it. I think it's just about when that API is available. And when that API is available, Threads will definitely shoot to the top of our list. So that will get done one way or the other as soon as it's possible.
Here's another one from Andrew Hornbick. Is the ChatGPT plugin bidirectional IFT to GTP or GPT? So it's just one way. So it's from ChatGPT to any of our IFT tools. That's kind of how the plugin works right now. Maybe in the future we can kind of build something where you can set up IFT automations inside the app. But that's kind of like what all of our IFT AI tools are. I mean, your prompt service, your blog writing service, your social media service are all like built on ChatGPT 3.5, and they're kind of just already embedded in our IFT applets and our IFT tools. So cool, but great question. Yeah, thanks. Keep them up.
Awesome. We're at 10 o'clock. Do we have time for one more? Do we have any more questions?
Ooh, so here's just kind of an open-ended question. Can you build a ton of tutorials on a bunch of applets combinations that are possible using IFT? People like me who love IFT get daunted with text and depend on videos to follow like a tutorial. And you're completely right. We are in the process. Actually, Ben has built a lot of business automations with Ben videos where he walks through specific use cases for like adding your Facebook lead ads to Google Sheets and kind of builds those out with you. So head to our YouTube channel and kind of go down that list and kind of find whichever pieces of content or services you're interested in and watch those. But yeah, we're always generating more content. We're going to do a lot more video content in the future as well. So keep on the lookout, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell whenever we present something live. So
yeah, and I'll add to that a little bit too. Like if you go, so there's a lot of like what we call published applets, but they're pre-built applets. So if you go to like go to if.com and you search for a service that you're interested in, you can see what other users have published for that service, and they're usually pretty in line with what you probably want to do or probably are trying to do. So you can enable those applets that are already pre-made a little bit easier. Sometimes we create them, sometimes the service themselves creates them. But that's a good way to kind of get started, right? Like you're like, hey, I really like, people come to IFT because they're using something that's on IFT and they realize, oh, I can automate this on IFT. They come to IFT, automate it, and then they're like, okay, how do I do this? So that's a great place to start, is just by enabling those, those pre-built applets. And those are found on the service page.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I think this is it.
Yeah. So thank you all for showing up. We do have, Trip, can you go back to the,
oh, you want me to pop back?
To the slide?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, pop it back up there.
Oh.
So as promised, we're giving away to one lucky guest a free subscription for 1 year of Pro Plus. Trip, can I ask you to pick a lucky guest for this prize?
Yeah, so I would say our first question, let me see if I can find it. I think it was from Dennis Kennedy. This guy right here.
Also,
so yeah, you're the winner today. Have fun with your free year of Pro Plus.
Yeah, Dennis, if you will just email us at marketing@if.com, and I imagine you might already have an IFT account or might already have Pro Plus. Either way, we'll get you squared away. So just email us again, marketing@if.com.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Trip.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Again, thanks for everyone for watching. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks for the next live stream. We'll go over the ChatGPT plugin.
Awesome.